What's up, and welcome back to another episode with your host, Matson Montilla. Today, joining the show, we have three-star basketball commit for Clemson, RJ Godfrey. How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well, doing well. So I guess to start things off, recruitment, it's a hectic thing going on. How has the recruitment process been for you? Are you still receiving calls even though you're committed to Clemson?
I still have some coaches text here and there, just like some of them will be at my game and text me good game after, and I'll text them. I'll watch some of their games, but it's definitely died down. It's definitely I've been texting all the Clemson coaches, especially Coach Dean and Coach McKay a lot. So, but it's definitely died down since I've committed. But right before I committed, it was crazy. It was very hectic. So.
Yeah. What was it like when you received your first offer? Were you just getting like a bunch of offers flowing in after that, and what was that moment like for you?
Oh, it was June 15th was when our class is like when coaches could start calling the 22s. So I actually was on Fortnite at midnight. So I missed like six calls. But Kennesaw said they had offered me 2 days before that night. So they offered me. And then they offered me June 8th. And then when June 15th hit, was when everyone started pouring in. Like I think my second offer was UAB, then I got Georgia State, and then I got Ole Miss a month later. So it was kind of pouring in. Kind of I would say like the interest really poured in, but the offers I got like two or three here and there. Split in. So
yeah, for sure. And I feel like a lot of people probably bring this up to you. Obviously, your dad played football for UGA in the 90s. He obviously did really well. And how much did he help you in the recruiting process? Obviously, he played a different sport, and it was about 30 years ago, but he still went through the same process. So how helpful was he throughout it all?
Yeah, he was super helpful. He gave me a lot of good advice and gave me a lot of practice because he what the coaches said 30 years ago, they still said to me for like the same thing they said to him. So I was already prepared for all the questions the coaches were going to ask and prepared for all the stuff that's going to happen on visits and stuff and what they're going to do. But so I was already prepared for that, and he gave me a lot of good advice. Mm-hmm. So, but
yeah. So I see you're wearing a UGA shirt right now, which is debatable thing to be wearing. But
we're called the Bulldogs.
Oh, you are. All right. There you go. That's good. Going all right. That's good. Well, going off of that, then what led you to deciding to commit to Clemson over Georgia Tech, and even Texas Tech, which is a phenomenal program.
Yeah, I thought Clemson was a perfect fit. They had a need for my position, and I think they had a need. They really wanted me really, really bad. So I thought just the guys there like PJ Hall and Chase Hunter, and just all the guys I feel like I could play good with, and just like the Chauncey. I know Chauncey pretty well. He's Grayson, so I thought we'll play good together in ACC. And I mean it's close to home too, so it's only about an hour 30 for me, so I can get there, get back whenever. So I thought it was the perfect fit just as from a basketball standpoint.
Definitely, man. And you mentioned PJ Hall, Chase Hunter. Bearing no one leaves for either transfers or maybe even enters the draft. Who are you looking forward to playing with the most that's on the team like right now?
Probably Chauncey Gibson from Dallas. He's coming in. Probably him. I've been watching a lot of his highlights on YouTube, and he spaced the floor well. He's a knockdown shooter. Him and definitely if PJ Hall doesn't leave for the draft, probably PJ or definitely Chase Hunter, because I used to watch Chase Hunter when he was at Westlake when I was a little kid. So that would be crazy playing with someone I looked up to when I was younger.
Yeah, definitely. And you mentioned Chauncey Gibson. What's your relationship with, I guess, the two Chaunceys in the class of 2022, and what do you think you guys can help kind of bring to Clemson?
Well, I know Chauncey. Well, me and Chauncey really started being friends my 16U summer, so that was about almost a year and a half ago. But we've been cool since then. We've been talking every time I see him somewhere. we would say what's up to each other. But I think when I committed was when me and Chauncey started talking more and trying to build that relationship. And I would say 2 weeks before I committed to Clemson, Chauncey Gibson, we text a little bit, and he was telling me why Clemson is a great fit for us and why I should go there. And I feel like I made the right choice. So we built a relationship during that. So
Yeah. How have you had a chance to, I mean, obviously Coach Burnell wasn't necessarily your main recruiter, your primary recruiter, but were you able to have like a good conversation with him? And, how do you think Clemson might be able to use you? Do you think they'll be getting playing time early on, or would you redshirt a year like Josh has this past season? Or how do you think that's going to kind of work with you?
Just from what they're telling me, I definitely will play a decent amount of minutes. My freshman year, I gotta earn it though. I gotta come in and work every day. Nothing's given. So, but they've expressed it to me that I could definitely play right away when I get there. And Coach Burnell, I trust him to get me better and get me to the next level. So we talked. We started talking more in the fall a lot, I would say. And I would say that September, yeah, is when I really started talking to him. But Coach Dean, he's always loved my game for about a year now, so I've been keeping in touch with him. And but these guys, I think they're really invested in me.
So your brother Grant, obviously he's a 4-star. He's a year, I guess, recruiting class wise, he's a year younger than you, and he plays football. When you guys took your visit to you took your basketball visit, he was obviously there, taking it, looking at Clemson a little bit too. Has it ever crossed your mind about the possibility of going to the same school as him and playing sports together?
Me and my brother, we really haven't talked about like going to the same school. I know my dad has, but I mean, he's my best friend. So if he came to the same school as me, that would be great. But if he has like a different school he wants to go to, that's better for him. I'm still happy. I don't think I don't really mind if we go to school together, but like, I just want what's best for him. I want to see him succeed, go to the NFL, eat in the NFL and eat in college. So that's all that really matters. I wouldn't necessarily say like us going to the same school. So
yeah, all right, that makes sense then. But how competitive is that household? Because obviously your older brother, he obviously played sports. You and your younger brother are obviously doing really well, and your dad played in the NFL. So how competitive is your household?
Very competitive. Me and my brother, he guards me every day in practice. So, and he's actually pretty good at basketball. So, we're always competitive for that. I'm at all his football games, no matter how far, no matter how cold, no matter how hot. So, we all support each other, but we all compete against each other. Definitely on the basketball court. My dad would come out, shoot with us sometimes, play us one-on-one. It gets pretty competitive. It's all fun though. So, yeah, our house is pretty competitive with that.
Yeah, I bet. So you mentioned your brother. He guards you in practice. You guys obviously played on basketball team together. Do you think you'll be able to help lead your team to its first ever, I guess, your first state championship in your final year?
Yes, sir. I think we have the doors wide open this year. We have the talent on our team this year. A bunch of shooters on our team. Like we have a lot of athletic guys, play D, get boards. I think this year is the year. All the teams I've been on, I think it's the most. I wouldn't necessarily it's like the best team, but we had the best talent. We definitely had the best talent I've been on the last 3 years I've been on varsity. So I think this year we're gonna get it this year.
Yeah, definitely. Something I've noticed when I was, I guess, preparing for this is that your work ethic is just one of the best out there. You're always committed. Like your number one goal is being the best you can be in basketball. Obviously, in life, but with basketball. But like, what kind of like motivates you to be like that? I was even hearing you stretch every night so you could grow taller. So what kind of like help motivate you just to be so committed to it?
I would just say like growing up, I was always average and everything, and I just hated not being the best at what I do. And I just think with my new mentality, like when I got in high school, I couldn't just sit there and be like, I can't get outplayed this game by someone else when I can control how good I can be.
Mhm.
And I would just say, just from the past, just like being not very good and average pushes me now, so I can never feel like that again. So
Mhm.
I would say that's the main thing that drives me every day when I wake up in the morning. So
Definitely. Yeah, it's I heard was a lot of it also due to, I want to say you said it was Parkview. You had a game where you dropped like 20 points and it boosted your confidence because the media, people were texting you good game. Was that kind of the game when you realized like, yeah, I'm kind of good at this. Like I can hoop, I can go to the next level. Was that like a big
yeah,
confidence
yeah,
boost for you?
yeah. My sophomore year, even though we ended up losing, I'm never happy after a loss. But that's probably the only day I'll be happy after a loss, because that really woke up something in me to push myself even harder. Because I mean, I loved all the media that they all hit me after that game, and all the fans and stuff. But that game really woke me up sophomore year, and really I'm always gonna remember that game. So
Yeah, for sure. What do you think your best trait of a basketball player is? Because I mean, obviously, I personally, I think there's a lot of good traits where you're athletic, you're positionless. But what do you think like the best, I guess, characteristic of your game is?
ooh, I would either have to say finishing through contacts or blocking shots at the rim. I think I do a really, really good job at finishing through contact, either driving or just in the post. I can go where no matter. I mean, I would say no matter how tall you are or how big you are, I think I'm still really good with contact, just finishing over bigger and stronger defenders. That part of my game, I also do a good job, like with protecting the rim on little guards, big guys in there. So I mean, those two I would say are my best attributes.
Definitely. So I guess your physicality too, just finishing hard at the rim. But circling back to Clemson, you mentioned that it just felt like the right spot for you. Obviously because the coaches and you looked up to Chase, and so I'm sure you had a connection with him beforehand. But what about just like did you feel? I mean, I know they talk about it for football, but it's for all sports, like the Clemson culture, the Clemson atmosphere. Did you really feel that when you came, you took your official visits and you
Yeah,
visited?
definitely. Just even like just to add on, like when I went to the football facility, met Dabo, met CJ Spiller, like it was like I definitely got like the Clemson feel, and definitely being at the basketball game, it was it wasn't filled up, but there was a decent amount of people in there, and it was loud. So definitely got that Clemson family and sports feel, I would say. But yeah, I definitely got that feel.
Yeah,
That family.
yeah, definitely. But speaking about the basketball game, I saw. I mean, I was like on the opposite side of the court, so like I wasn't stalking you or something. But I saw that you're at the Clemson BC game. Was that like, what was like the whole game like for you? And was it kind of disappointing to see how like the result of it?
Yeah, yeah. But I love what I saw.
Mhm.
Definitely the energy from the coaches and the team. The team as one, like the camaraderie is really good. They all get along. It seems like they're all happy at Clemson. So that was good. I think we got up 19.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, I was during that I was getting lit during that, but I was hyped. But when they start coming back, I mean, everyone slips up here and there. I think Clemson. I think we lost 3 straight ACC games. I think we're gonna bounce back and end up at least top 4, top 5 in the ACC,
Mhm.
and definitely make a run at the tournament when March comes. So I mean, I believe in my team. I believe that they can go far this year.
Mhm. Well, speaking about March Madness, obviously Clemson, they made it last year and had a disappointing loss to Rutgers. And there was also just, the COVID year. A lot of things were going on that you couldn't really control. But, how do you think you can help bring your winning mentality to the team along with, like you said, the other people in your recruiting class and help make it instead of an exception, make it make it like you have to make it. It's going to be the normal part of it.
I would just say just spreading my positivity and just encouraging my teammates just to go harder, because you can outwork every team. Like, because you can control how much you work and get better. So definitely just encouraging everybody and just going to work every day, 100%, 1,000%. So probably just working every team and just being positive and trying to just uplift your team every chance you get. Because I mean, with the when the team morale is up, that's like the most important thing I would say. Because you're gonna play to your best of your ability if everyone's locked in and engaged.
Yeah, definitely. So you were born in Nashville. You're, I guess, switching topics right now. You were born in Nashville. You became a Titans fan, I guess, through that process. Do you think they're going to be able to, I guess, pull off the victory against the Bengals in the playoffs and potentially make a run for the Super Bowl?
Sure. I think Derrick Henry's playing the next game. They said today he did good with contact today in practice. So if he's back, I think the Super Bowl is going to be the Titans. It's going to be either Titans or Bucks or Packers, depending on how that game goes.
Mm-hmm.
So we're definitely going to blow up the Bengals. I think they're frauds. Joe Burrow's second interception. So we're definitely going to make Joe Burrow freeze up. So
I got my Tyler Boyd jersey for the Bengals. So I have to
Tyler,
I mean, I'm a Giants fan, but I'm gravitated towards the Bengals for a little bit.
Really receiving core. I like T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Boyd.
Yeah.
So, who's my guy? He's from my school. So I mean
really?
Yeah, so I mean, but they're tough, but I think we're gonna smack them.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if we're gonna win the Super Bowl, but we're definitely gonna make it there. So
yeah. Well, it'd be a big year for the Titans right there if that happened. And then in terms of basketball, I heard that you're a big LeBron guy. So how do you think the Lakers are gonna do? Do you think Russell Westbrook's an issue? Or what's going on with them?
I think we're still gonna, like last year, end up 7. I think we're gonna meet. I think we're gonna meet the Suns again, second seed. Yeah, but this time we're gonna beat the Suns. Yeah, we're gonna end up 7 or 6 and win that first round against that one of the powerhouse teams. They're gonna get it together. Westbrook played good last night, or that night he didn't go over. He played really good that night. They just need to gel. That's all. If they gel, we're the best team in the league. So
yeah,
it's gonna be Lakers. I say Lakers. I don't want to say Nets. I want to say Lakers Bucks.
Hey, the Heat might sneak in there. All right, we're playing pretty well. Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry, they're playing well. They're playing well together. But we'll see. I guess to kind of wrap it up, I have a couple more questions for you. First one being, like, what do you want your legacy to be at Clemson? What do you want to be remembered for?
I would say just a positive, uplifting guy who values winning and who brought them winning, because they already win games. They already win some decent amount of games, but who really changed them throughout the college basketball. I want to win a national championship when I get to Clemson. Yeah. I want people to see that and remember that after I leave. So
definitely. And where do you think you see yourself in the next when you leave Clemson? Is it playing pro ball, the NBA? Is that the end goal for you?
Oh, definitely. I definitely see myself as an NBA. I wrote a thing on my wall every morning. NBA. I touch it every time I leave. So NBA, I'm definitely going to NBA. I believe in my heart. I'll do whatever it takes to get there. So and I definitely plan on coaching. I want to be. I don't want to say. I don't want to be a head coach. I want to be a head coach, but I definitely want to be an assistant recruit in the Southeast when I get older. When my ball days are over, because I feel like I do a good job scouting and watching basketball. So just being some type of college coach at the Division I level.
Yeah, definitely. Well, hopefully you'll either be playing with LeBron or chasing him down, tearing down his legacy right there.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming on, RJ. And this was RJ Godfrey, 3-star Clemson signee. I remember that part now, wearing the North Gwinnett shirt, not a UGA shirt. I appreciate you coming on, bro.
Appreciate you having me tonight.